It's still September 12th, 2021. I didn't find any appointments for today. And after performing the Reverend Richard Arthur Jr. nonverbal sermon, I'm back here on YouTube sharing a different level of thought process after sharing visually the whole body of mind and spirit unification, communing, all of it coming together in my one mind and body. Now I'm here to share as Reverend Richard Arthur Jr. in the 21st century. What, 9/11 was observed for some folks yesterday when 2 airplanes flew into towers and causing those towers to topple, but they looked like they were self-exploding. I, as Reverend Richard Arthur Jr., a spiritualist, one that looks a little bit beyond the definition, okay? And many folks in this psyche or in this arena of thought process are stuck within the definition level and don't really get into the intent or the connotation level to reach the absolute abstract. This is Brother R.A.'s tic-tac-toe board of life for dealing with the matrix as I get ready to turn 60, February 17th. What? 2022? What do you mean it's 2021? I was just born. But as this divine spiritualist, Reverend, who understands a little bit about my experiences as biological living light, a child of the sun, and definitely let's not leave out Master Heege Robinson of the Roxbury Tai Chi Academy. I was seeking a particular path, and this melanin dominant black motherfucking from Arkansas is pointing in a particular direction that I'm taking heed to. Understanding my north, south, east, and west in all 360 degrees sphere of my psyche, including my spirituality, which can't be quote-unquote defined, and what is the intent of my spirituality? To become one. What are these lines? Parallel lines. And understanding my longitude and latitude, and understanding the depth of my consciousness and my mind and my spirituality, dealing with my medulla oblongata inside my cerebellum, understanding self as biological living light in the mindset that's stuck in definition. I've allowed my experiences to be reinterpreted, if that's a word. Since I'm a spiritualist, I can make up my own fucking words and my own definitions. 5 minutes into the segment. So the point that I came on to share about my understanding of self being light as a feather in my life. What is that? The sphere above the fallopian tubes, above the phallic, revering life, revering the womb from whence I came. And as this melanin man, oh, let's not leave out the digits. Yes, see, there's your one. I am that one, and you are that one. If you allow yourself, oh, wait a minute, I am the substantial side, the red side, but I also have an insubstantial side, which can't be defined. And it only comes from my experience. Am I going to stay stuck in a tradition? Or am I going to allow myself mercy to reach wisdom? Oh, absolute abstract knowing wisdom because of my reasoning, seasoning, and understanding my intent. Mercy. Mercy for myself. Understanding the divinity of who I am as biological living light, a child of the sun. And so under the tutelage of Master Heege Robinson, the Roxbury Tai Chi Academy.com, I did my second sermon this morning, nonverbal communication, to see if you are capable of interpreting the mercy in the movement. Are we wise enough to allow ourselves to communicate all 5 of our senses? Not only just visually seeing and hearing with our ears, but interpreting all 5 of the senses. How much energy do we possess as humans? 7 minutes in, the rising of the sun, the 7, the right angle at the top of the stem, just before the 8. The 8 is the symbol of the DNA, the sphere above the sphere, or the globe above the globe, or the globe beside the globe, or what is that? DNA? And is it connected on all levels of your longitude and latitude in the circle of the sphere so that you're capable of going into the 9? The 9 is the full sphere, the mind, the consciousness, the subconsciousness, the substantial, the insubstantial. Have we, or are you, evolved enough to revere and have mercy for yourself? Yes, I'm a man of courage in the intellectual Mecca of the world. A black man having to have walked through Harvard and see a well pump, and just thinking in the 1600s or whenever the well pump was put there was ancient. How was I being treated? So as this consciousness in the 21st century, I'm allowing myself to read the energies, read more than what I've been educated to understand, but understand the depth of who I am as biological living light. Novartis and Amgen, I mean, what is the DNA symbol on top of one of them buildings on Main Street in Cambridge, near Union Baptist Church, where I became that licensed minister. But now I've moved beyond the ministry of Christianity to administering or seeing mercy for myself in the meditation of my movement and in my thought process. And that's why I'm here to share 10 minutes in. I am that one that is the full sphere, that one line with no beginning and no end. It's infinite, and it goes in all directions, including the depth of my divinity, which is infinity. Do I allow myself to not separate myself from my verse, the universe, and become one with the universe? I have that ability. I have that consciousness. I have moisture in my first eye. Moisture is water that's always level to the surface of the earth. 11 minutes in. Do you have the parallel of your consciousness and subconsciousness to deal? Is this too abstract? Who are you? And how do you see yourself? So asked Reverend Richard Wilton Arthur Jr. on the day after 9/11, September 12th, 2021, are you capable of tapping into your innocence, tapping into your purity, allowing your energy to flow, allowing your existence to be empty? Is empty a type of void where you just let it all go? You let yourself go and become one with your environment, tapping into the innocence of a child in the womb. Just before 60 years of age, my sermon is what I would be doing, the meditation and movement, the past 2 Sundays. That type of meditation and movement, being gentle and kind in my own mind, uniting my spirit with my mind and my physicality and my emotions. Can I blame the ignorant for being ignorant? I can't have expected my melanin recessive inbred mutant albino child with a calcified pineal gland to teach me how to be a divine black motherfucker. A mutation teach an original how to be an original? Does that make any fucking sense? I'm sorry. I guess I'm slow emotional, but I'm still light as a feather. And don't take myself that serious. And allow myself to be one with my environment. Allow the energy to flow to and from, in and out, up and down and around and around. Just thank you, Master Heed, for teaching me or pointing me into the direction of myself as Reverend Richard Wilton Arthur Jr. Thank you for tuning in. I think I got out most of my points. Absolute abstract knowing wisdom.